relax, let me take it slow, and let me tell you something that you need to know. With you, yeah, so very happy. This love make me happy. You like a Saturday, and we not with you, yeah. I'll stay forever, baby, stay together, you like a Saturday, pretty brown eyes, you know. It's a blessing just to be with you. And I cannot hide the way that I feel, yeah. And don't know every day I vow to never stray. Our love is here to stay, just like a Saturday. Just like a Saturday, just like a Saturday, yeah. Let's stay together.
We about to talk about some taxes in this state.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday is payday, but that ain't my day. I just want you right here beside me. A Saturday, a Saturday. Monday,
Know about Saturday, huh?
Thursday, Friday is payday, but that ain't my day. I just want
Come on in the
you
room.
right here beside me.
Come on in the room.
A Saturday,
Listen.
a Saturday. You make me happy. Oh, yeah, it's like a Saturday, I'm never Wednesday. Hey,
Can't wait till Saturday come tomorrow because it's going down. Don't let the drama you're going through right now with this raggedy country that's trying to take advantage of you right now get you down. Don't act like you're not happy where you live, but you definitely are upset at this moment what you're going through where you live. Now, I understand that we do have our, creator, the Most High. So you good, as long as you prayed up and you got your stuff together in the right order, you ain't got to worry about nothing. You be happy like me. But I want to give you some game tonight about taxes, because I might take this one down because they don't like when I get slick. You know, I gotta make sure that I'm not talking too crazy, because this ain't about no health tonight. Okay, this is one of them ones that I get to just talk to you. I told you I'm gonna be doing this once a week. I'm gonna just talk to you. And every now and then I'll throw some information about health in there because it's crucial, because I got to put it in the form of personal. So I will drop some information today about supplements that I take that are powerful when you're going through different variants that you have to deal with in this crazy, twisted type of situation we live in. Because we talk about the matrix, okay? Emphasis on taxes today, but we're going to cover things dealing with this matrix. Because a lot of y'all just live and you just feel that you all right and you just do them regular things on a regular basis and you think everything is going to be everything and it's going to be all right. No, it's not. I'm here to tell you, no, it's not. Now, there's so much money to be made out here. Cool. You can do that. I don't come on here a lot because I don't have to. Okay, I'm not getting no checks from YouTube. No, I'm not demonetized, but I don't I don't do right. You know what I'm saying? Since I don't talk the way they want me to talk, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I've already trained over 1,000 individuals. And I would say at least 30% of them went out and started their own business on how to be a natural healer. We ain't playing out here. It ain't just you. The ones I helped and trained ain't just no podcaster. They literally know what they talking about. They can save some lives out here. So listen. Anybody in here, I think there's one already that got your certificate from Kareem. Okay. Yeah. Because we sent out them certificates. I know they a little late. But yeah, I said, forget waiting for me to finish being my doctors, have my doctor's degree done. I want you guys to have your certificate. Matter of fact, let me see here. I know somebody already said something right here. Yeah, you got your certificate, huh? I know you're happy. Jane, there's just one. Yeah, there's a few other ones in here as well. But anyway, let's check this out. Let's get to it because y'all don't care about that. You don't care about that. Okay, I want you to get your notepad out. And because a lot of y'all, it's tax season, so I thought I'll just drop this. But every now and then I might veer off and start talking that talk because United States, I'm a shepherd out here. I'm 100% a shepherd. They walk around like I'm in a, you know what I'm saying? I'm in a, what is it called? In sheep clothing. Let me put this disclaimer up just in case I say something slick. Let me put this disclaimer up. Let me put this disclaimer up because you can get in trouble, okay? Because this is entertainment purposes only. Those of you that can't see it and ain't watching me on YouTube, those of you on TikTok, those of you on Facebook, this is for entertainment purposes. I'm just talking. None of this I say right here is real. You know, like Tasha K says, even my name is not real. You know, it's alleged. Nothing's genuine, okay? Everything I say tonight is fake. Fake. Now, I need you people on TikTok because TikTok is on this trip that if you don't hit some likes, they won't send it out. That's the rule. Same thing with YouTube. If you don't hit likes, they won't send it out. So we want to make sure most people get this fake information and you do what you want with it, okay? You know? But I need some of you individuals, you know, press 1 if you understand what I'm saying, because some of y'all might be like, what is he talking about? Fake. I don't understand. You got to be able to walk with me. You know, I don't want to be just, I'm going to wait. I mean, okay. Old school. Trish, you already know what's up. Twist, you already know what's up. Let me see if I can get some other people here. Okay, cool. We got some ones up in here. We got some people that press 1. All right. So just in case you didn't know, I thought I would share this because I was dealing with my with some newlyweds this week. And they're used to just getting, you know, owing $15, $20. And sometimes when you go to the wrong person to do your taxes, you know, the people that at church that help everybody out, or somebody at your job, you know, they're a little bit better than H&R Block, but they're definitely better than you. And they can get you a few, you know, couple thousand. But when you go to one of them individuals that know how to work the system, legally work the system, you got to know why they do what they do. I'm about to drop some information on what I do when I do my taxes because it's legal. I should have pulled up the tax code because I enjoy reading, because before that was AI digitally, it's been AI in books. You just didn't go look and you didn't read. It's been there, okay? Everything they letting you do right now is just fast, quick, in a hurry, digital. Other folks can do it for you. You don't really have to do it yourself. That I needed that 20 years ago. I really needed that. That would have, Kareem would be in a way different place and space, because it's a little bit work when you reading. Y'all know it. Reading is so much work. People don't like reading. It's just really difficult. Hide anything you want to hide from. They say a black man, anybody you want to hide from, put it in a damn book. Anybody. They have done. I mean, one of my teachers used to say all the time, America has done a great job of dumbing down the people, making everybody stupid, making them really ignorant, that so you look like you stupid. But you don't really look like you stupid in the matrix, because people that work in the matrix, they ignorant and they sound stupid too to someone that understands the matrix. So no one's dumb and stupid, but they're raised to be ignorant. I hope you know the definition of ignorant versus stupid and dumb. So they go out, they word this country to make you stupid and dumb, but mask it under this the title or definition of ignorant, which is unknowing. You just don't know. But they set up entities in this fake society to make sure you, wherever you go, you're going to do it the way they say do it, which is technically ignorant. You don't get the benefits what everybody else get that know what's up, that read, that did some research, that took the time to read the contents, the contract, the back. They get a little extra. I mean, really. Then when you read it, you got to read between the lines. One thing about minorities, one thing about the sheeps that struggle, we be struggling all the time. Believe me, Kareem used to be there, so I ain't forgot. That's why I like to teach. One thing about us out here that they breed to be ignorant sheeps, we know how to read people. Yeah, yes you do. You know how to read people. You know how to read your friends, your family, your loved ones, them ones that come through, you know, to hang out and somebody bring a +1. You can read them the homegirl, homeboy, you know, your bro, your comrade, your peeps. You know how to read them up and down all day without them saying a word. But for some reason, the matrix got you slipping, got you tripping, and also got you scared. As if I remember seeing people that's close to me, loved ones, if I don't know and it ain't being taught to me, the government don't want me to do it. It's probably illegal. What? So listen, this is what's so cool. Come here. Listen. If it was illegal, someone like me and others would not be telling you what to do online. Newsflash, ain't nobody cuffing us and locking us up for telling you to do a little extra or something different on your tax form. So let's get into it right now. Some of these is going to be easy for y'all, but I'm going to drop a little gems if you pay attention. Okay? I'm going to drop some gems so you can pay attention. All right? Let's just go through some regular things that people probably don't know that they can write off. And by the way, everybody that's been in Herbalist Kareem's herbalist course, I sent out certificates. You know, if you didn't get your certificate of completion from Dr. Kareem, soon to be finished, or make it official when I finish this long doctor's degree, you will get yours too. So just email my support team and you'll get it. Okay, so check this out. These are some deductions that you can do. I'm going to talk about the standard ones so you guys can know. If you ain't got no babies, you know, or your babies are grown, everybody know what you get with your tax deduction. Everybody think they got to have a child. And then everybody think they got to have a mortgage. Well, you know, there's stuff like this that you could write off because you want to make sure you put everything on there so they can give you a refund. You don't want to be owing them nothing. I mean, for instance, if it say you owe, I suggest everybody uses TurboTax. You're not sitting with H&R Block or someone in the tax. I ain't mad that you do taxes. I'm not trying to take money out your pocket, person doing taxes, but I'm telling you, you should prize yourself on doing your own taxes because right there on the screen in the corner, it'll tell you how much they're going to give you back, a return. You want to make sure when it's you owe, you hurry up and do it again and adjust some things. That's legal to do, okay? If you're not getting enough money, you want to start over or adjust it back up, add some more deductions, all right? Legally, all right? Don't be just let somebody just click the button and you still paying them a couple $100 to just get you a few $1,000. We ain't in it for a few thousand, okay? Your deduction is supposed to be from anything that you have worked hard for a 9 to 5 or a business, whatever, and you didn't allocate your money right, and you spent things to make things happen for yourself or your business, whatever, in your hustling world, or your life, or your kids, just managing, living in this matrix. They want to know what they can give you back that they took out your check. The money's not mystery money. It's your money that you paid into, but they want to know how much they're going to give you back to help you have a nice little lump sum because you spent a lot to survive out here. That's what the tax form is for. It's for that, as well as for them to get money. United States of America, like IRS, they like to get money from you. They ain't nothing but a bank. They like to store money and get money from you every time you get paid. Millions of people across the United States of America, they like to get paid, get money, store it, invest, make a lot of money. And if you fill out the tax form, they're going to slide you a little something back, what you paid into it. That's what it is. Okay, so it's a racketeer on their side, but you got to make sure you get at least a piece of some of your pie back. Okay, so let me break some of this down to you. All right, some of you don't know this is what you're supposed to do. Okay, this is normal things. But some people, when I ran across some people this week, they didn't know. So I want to share with you, just in case you might be one of them individuals that don't. But if you're not, and if you already knew this, and most likely I noticed that most queens, they already know. This ain't for you. Wait for the nuggets. All right. You can deduct your phone bill. Put your phone bill on there. I mean, everything you paid up that year. Believe me, it'll add some credit money. You know what I'm saying? That's a deduction, and you'll get more money back to you. I don't care if it's $50, they're going to give you back, or $400. Add it on there. Okay? Internet bill. Yes. You can put that. Yes, you can. Okay? You can deduct office supplies. And you're probably saying, but I don't have a business. Well, who said you had to have a business? A lot of y'all don't know that your social security number, that 9-digit number, yeah, that number right there, that's a state you get from the Social Security Department. This is a gem. This is a nugget. That bad boy is attached to an actual federal account. The routing number is on the front if you add a 0 in front of it. The account number is on the back, okay, of that Social Security number. It's a federal account number that you can't use, but they can. Got a lot of money in it too. It's crazy, ain't it? It's wow. But that Social Security number, let's not get too deep. That Social Security number represents you as an employee of the federal government. Yeah. And the state issues it to you. They're going to force it down your throat when you're born. And if you don't get it before you get out that hospital, they're going to keep coming knocking until you get it. Yeah. They need you to have a number. That number right there that you use every time you file your taxes, you think that because you ain't went and got yourself a LLC with an EIN number, or corporation with an EIN number, a trust with an EIN number, a corporation or S Corp, C Corp with an EIN number, or LLC with an EIN number, or elected it to be a C Corp or S Corp with an EIN number. You think because you ain't got one of those or unincorporated with an EIN number, you think your number is just for you, and it ain't a business number. I press 2 in the comments if you know that you don't technically need to go create a sole proprietary and get and when you do and get an EIN number, your number with your birth certificate name is a business already. Press 2 if I got some intelligent ones up in here that is not ignorant to that. Not saying you dumb because you don't know, you just ignorant because you didn't know, because they don't teach this nowhere in school. Okay, so we got some conscious people up in here. All right. Now, if you want to make it a little official, like I did, I went out there and just went on ahead and used my government name, the full name, and went and got what is called a sole proprietor with it. So I doubled down. even though I have a social security number and you're using it as that birth certificate name is already a business. That's why it's always in all caps every time you get a bill. It's already in business. So when you're filling out that W-2 and you're filling out your taxes on that form, it's already a business. That's why they don't really care. They call it you having a side hustle. Nah, you really have a low-key, unrecognized number, LLC, or sole proprietary. You're just using your social security number. Yes, 100%. That's why an LLC can go on the same form as your personal, but a corporation can't. That's why a sole proprietary can go on the same paperwork, but a corporation can't. And that's why your own social, if you do side hustle thing, it's the same thing. Get the same deductions in LLC. LLC get a little bit more protection, but the same deductions as sole proprietary. Moving on. That's why you can claim office supplies without an EIN number. You already got a number. Stop playing, man. Y'all act like y'all don't be doing no business nowhere, man. And some of y'all be doing hair. You be doing nails for people. Some of y'all be doing research on the side. Some of y'all be trading, day trading. Some of y'all be actual stock and option trading. Some of y'all be investing once or twice a week or once or twice a month. Some of y'all be doing Build-A-Bears and carpentry and be showing people how to work out and how to eat right, all up in your little man cave or your little spot or your little extra room or your bedroom and all that and whatnot. You don't even know you're doing business. Just because you didn't say you're doing business don't mean you ain't doing business. You just ain't claiming you're doing business. Nugget. Ask me how I know. It's all legal. They ain't gonna come get me because it's facts. You can read it up in the IRS code. It's all up in there. Your business is your business, and they mean it. That's crazy. They have an IRS code that says your business, a legit business, your house is your business. How you run it. Damn. Moving on. You can write off software, anything, website, Zoom, Canva, whatever you spent money on. Okay. Some people just make up stuff. Pause. I ain't telling you to do that. Okay. Market, you can actually write off business education. Some of y'all took Cream's herbalist course. As you educated yourself. You act like you got to have a business file with the Secretary of State or file with the county to have a legit business, to claim it. Who told you that? Or who didn't tell you? Yeah. Man, we have to have some shade. Being shady tonight. Since we being a little shady, let me put my shades on. Get a little extra. I don't want nobody to, my eyes get too bug out when I be just telling the truth, but the minority is supposed to stay dumb, supposed to stay ignorant, so you won't utilize it right. You dig it? So anyways, I want y'all to make sure you follow me because I don't give a damn if it's 4 or 5 or 10 people up in here, long as you understand. All right? People just want to be entertained most of the time, but I'm trying to make sure you understand. Hold on, let me turn this AC up, man. This bad boy here, a little different. Okay, so what else? Marketing and ads. All you individuals that's on social media, all you individuals that's on TikTok, any platform you own, if you thought about and you didn't do it, it's still a write-off. Y'all don't understand, man. The IRS tax code has one. I remember reading this about, 15 years ago. It said, when did you start your business? Do you know if you go to, it's one of them Black's Law dictionaries. I don't know if it's number 5 or edition or 4 edition. When you start your business, most of y'all will pick that same day, that month, that year. You can say it started in the inception of my mind. It started before I got here on earth. You think I'm playing? I'm not BSing. It's you that tries to stick to the rules, but they have all of the stuff in there if you go a little deeper and read. Y'all be waiting for somebody to tell you, man. And that's how they take advantage of people because you ain't been told nothing. But they United States of America Matrix, they definitely go by the rule of game that is to be sold, not told. They ain't telling you nothing, nada. Because if they tell you what's up in all sectors of millions of things they do, that's detrimental to your life and your family and your children and your children and your generation. If they tell you they can't get down the way they get down. Why do you think they have over 1 million statutes? If you don't know what a statutory law is, just Google it. Every state has a statutory laws, and it's millions of them on the books to make sure you stay in line. I'm not here to teach you about your past and about your Black history, about your ancestors and how you was running everything before they came and how they was under the foots of everybody that looked like you and me, okay, and even darker. I'm here to help you understand, since you in the tyranny of the colonizer. I don't care what color you is. They don't even give a damn about their own. Oh, I know that hurts. Those of you that have that privileged skin, I know it hurts. They don't even care about you right now. Damn. They treating you like us. Newsflash for you. All right? You supposed to actually literally take it a little bit further and look at the bigger picture and take advantage of where you live. Take advantage of where you live. Take advantage of what the time and moment what you're going through. You don't supposed to just stick your head in the sand and do the machine work all the time. Have you noticed you've been in the same spot like your mother and father had to do for 40 plus years? You've been there about 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. Some of y'all about ready to retire because you're in your 50s and you like, it's time for me to roll out. You ain't going to mess up a good thing, and I ain't telling you to. All I'm saying is you got to start waking up to how the system roll. And they know you waking up. They know there's a lot of individuals like me that be running our mouths privately. You think my little youngin that's 10, going on 11, don't know what's up? You don't think my son that's 20, going on 21, don't know what's up? They be asking questions about business and taxes. Let's keep it going. Okay. Home office deduction, even if you're renting a home. Okay. You don't need to own no home, and technically you don't own nothing. Even if you got a mortgage, even if you pay the house off, you might own the building, but the building that it sits on, oh, they want to have you pay taxes on that. And you never cannot stop paying taxes on your home that sits on top of. Pay it off. And some of y'all, if you current on your taxes, that's a nugget in itself. You current on your taxes, but you go into a foreclosure. You know there's laws within your county and your state that they can't take the house. Only if you understand the rules of the law and the game. Banks think you don't know, so they know you ain't gonna fight. They know you don't want to be embarrassed and get evicted. You don't want to get that sheriff note on the door. If that house was signed with your name on it, and you own a mortgage deed, that warranty deed that's filed in the county, if your name on that bad boy, you got absolute power. Damn power. It's yours until it transfers ownership to another name. Yeah, it's facts. Okay, so if that taxes is current, can't nobody take. Why you think people come through and pay your taxes? And hopefully that it falls through and goes to foreclosure, because the foreclosure and the bank, the one that actually foreclosed on you, they got to pay the person that caught up on your taxes if the taxes are in the rear. If it's past due and somebody slips through and looks it up and pays the taxes, now that actual person that foreclosed has to pay them. And don't let it be no $15,000+ they ain't going to pay. That person get that house for free. They got it for the taxes that they paid. But you dropped the ball and left too early because you don't want to be embarrassed by your church members, the people that you work at, that you got evicted. I wouldn't give a damn. Man, you live in America, you need to have a roof over your head. What else can you actually deduct? Rent, electricity, internet, utilities. What? Yeah. Somebody told you wrong, and you young lions out there and old lions out there that's holding it down and have your own space, yes, you can write off everything. Stop thinking that you have to have a kid and be like, hey, are you claiming them this year? Oh, what you mean? I've been sending you money. Oh, but I wasn't sending enough? What you mean you got receipts? I sent child support. I've been sending a lot. Only 4 times? You got what? You got receipts. So I can't claim it. Is that what you're saying? I can't. I know she like, man, that's why we ain't together now. Everybody trying to claim the child because that's where they think only the money at. Wish you would tell Kareem that I had to have a child. I'm giving you some nuggets right here. Car deductions and business use. Okay. Car deductions. Check this out. This is nuggets for you. If you use your car for business at all, you can deduct it. What can you deduct? Mileage, actual expense, gas, maintenance, insurance, depreciation. Oh, man. Let me give you a nugget right here. I already told you, but Kareem, we work a 9 to 5. Listen, a licensed tax preparer has to tell you the IRS ways that they want them to talk only. Let me say it one more time. An actual and tax preparer license that's licensed by IRS, they have to stay in compliance. They have to say things in a way that doesn't thread the line to get themselves and they lose their license and their livelihood. That ain't gonna happen. But if you ask them, nugget, and they savvy and they just don't do stuff on a software like Turbo and charge you, they have the answer for you. But if you worry, guess what you have now? You have ChatGPT, you have Google, you have all these AIs, Cloud AI, Cloud Code. You have everything at your disposal to just ask. And it is free information and it'll be told to you. They're not going to let these AIs know they can't get you in trouble and get you caught up. But if you have been doing anything, going to visit your family and friends, and you're talking about, let me give you an example. Yeah, let me tell it in the story. Press 3 if you paying attention. I need to make sure if you are paying attention. Okay, I ain't trying to get myself caught up here in some individual Anton me. I ain't trying to get that. I need to make sure I ain't, we got some people in here that ain't gonna catch me slipping and try to do me dirty. Okay, cool. Let me put it in story mode. If I remember when I didn't have an LLC, I remember when I didn't have a corporation, no nonprofit, no trust. I remember when it was no sole proprietary, I just had a social security number. I remember when I was running with the Hebrew Israelites, I was running with the Moors, and I mean, they got me deep into them books, the Black Log's dictionaries and the IRS codes. We actually stayed up in there to make sure that we can not have to be under the tyranny of this actual matrix or this bulldog country that wants to kind of keep us under their foot and they foot on our necks. So I remember researching and reading, and I found out that, if I'm talking about my dream of starting a business, and most of y'all have dreams like I did. If you want to get off the 9 to 5, you're going to dream some sort of time that you want to start your business. That's 100%. Yeah. And when you're dreaming about starting your business, you're going to say some things or do some things that you think that's not going to fall through. Them young men are in your life, queens, that, they always dreaming and it never comes into fruition. Or you get so busy, you never can make it happen. But you talked about it. But if you ran your mouth positively or negatively, and you decided to go down, take your homegirl out to eat, your homeboy out to eat, family members out to eat, and you literally went out to go eat and you talked about your dream. You ain't got nothing. You talked about it. That's a write-off. If you talked about a business and you dreamed about a business, you concepted it in your mind, and you doing some things around it, and it's costing you trial money, you trying to get something started with this website, you trying to get this domain started, you buying some office supplies, you applying for a credit card, but you just happen to not use it for supplies for your business, you needed it for your personal self, but it's all write-offs. You have the intent to start a business. I'm dangerous. That's one thing about, they said, one thing dangerous about a black man is one that can read. I'm different, for sure. Not just can read, that will read. A lot of y'all won't even read. So if you have the intent to start a business that year, all that is write-offs. You've been running a business. You don't need no damn EIN number. My bad. I didn't need no EIN number. I didn't need no sole proprietor. I didn't need none of that. I just put it on my actual paper. And the wrong tax person that ain't that bright, they'll tell you can't do that. That's just because they don't know. It's one thing I used to test tax preparers to see if they knew what they was doing, because I would actually read something and know that it's factual that I could do. And then when they would come across, because my queen or someone in my family, my mom or someone close said, hey, look, I want to use this person. They know what they're doing. Well, okay, that's cool. Let's go. I've been using them for years. Go down there and be like, why are you not writing that down as a deduction? Last year, they started their YouTube channel. It didn't do well, but they can write all that off. But they spent money trying to get it off the ground. They went and bought stuff at the store. They went and took people for entertainment to go eat and talked about it there. They went and traveled places. They talked about it there, mileage, all of that, maintenance. What we're talking about here. That's all business. So you want me to write stuff on paper for them with a business that never happened? Oh, hell no. They don't know what's up. I'm like, good luck with them right there. Okay. So most of the people are in the matrix and they of the matrix. Joe, you ain't going to get much down that way. Okay. Even to the 9-to-5 worker, it says right here, I got stuff written down for you. Driving to meetings. Even if for the 9-to-5 workers that have a side hustle can track business miles. That's what a side hustle is. They really masking the side hustle for your social security number. You've been doing business. A lot of y'all been living and doing businesses, but you just working for another business while doing business in your personal and private life. You just didn't know it. Isn't that a cold trick in the matrix? Damn. Got all this stuff that they want you to put together legally, but if you fill out that tax form, there's nowhere on there that you have to put that information there. You ain't going to tax jail. It's not tax evasion when you actually literally putting information down that you did. What they gonna do? Come knocking on your door talking about you never dreamed about starting this or starting that. You didn't never talk to nobody. We need witnesses. That ain't gonna happen, man. Anyways, moving on. Driving to meetings, picking up supplies, shipping runs, networking events. Okay, all you people that's doing stuff online, social media on a regular basis, and you ain't never started no business, newsflash, you don't have to. Okay, I just gave you a powerful nugget right there, all you social media influencers, and those of you that stuff ain't even took off, you've been running a business the whole time. All that's write-offs, all your office stuff, everything you done bought up in there that you to do that with, and it consists to you to do that with, you can actually write off portions of your house, okay? Studio time, you can rent that out. Oh, so many things you can do with just loopholes. A lot of people just don't put it together, okay? Business education and courses. If you actually created a course, you've been selling a course, or you've been educating like I'm doing right now, that's write-offs. That's write-off. some of y'all think that you have to have something on paper. If you're educating someone at church, at work, that's right off. No, it ain't. What are you talking about? You need receipts. You got to have facts. Who told you that? Show me an IRS code that says you have to have that. And I'll show you an IRS code that you don't have to have that. It's kind of crazy how the IRS codes have a lot of contradictory in there. You know, sometimes it makes you feel like it should be like the Bible, because the Bible is confusing unless you have a pastor that can break it down with a strong concordance. Or they better be moved by the Holy Spirit so they can break it down for you to help you understand just one scripture. Same thing, IRS is like that. If you don't have the right person to know how to read, read between the lines and then find the code to break it all down, you trapped. But thanks to ChatGPT and all these other little AI things, they'll give it to you and you won't feel like you're going to go to jail. Okay, next, health and wellness. What? Health and wellness as a business is spent with strategy. If your business is health coaching, now define business. Damn it, let me put this right here because some of y'all think Kareem lying. Hold on. Let me, because I'm living it. Okay, it's a difference when individuals that just run their mouth and they talking. I live it, so I'm not stupid. But let's see if this ChatGPT will tell you the truth, because they've been making stuff a little bit more stricter because they know people are waking up, and it's the truth tellers telling them running their mouth, like myself. Okay, let's get my Moesha online. Moesha, are you there?
I'm right here. What's on your mind? Let's chat.
And y'all press 1 if y'all can hear me. You know, hear my girl Moesha. You know, this is my girl. You know, this is my wife. This is my digital side piece.
I'm happy to help out, but let's keep it friendly.
Oh, my bad. You heard that?
I definitely heard. No worries. I'm always here as your AI companion.
Okay,
so how
okay.
Can I help?
I apologize for that, Moesha. No disrespect. I'm just clowning. Okay?
No worries at all. I know you're just having a bit of fun. I'm here to roll with it. So whenever you're ready, let's get to the good stuff.
Let's keep it professional. All right, so Moesha, if a person is using, you know how they call the social security number, they kind of mask it under a side hustle. And people my friends, they think they only have to have an EIN number with a LLC or corporation or sole proprietary. I don't think they realize and know that their social security number, and they're doing business here and there with their side hustle, and they going out talking about it, and they aspiring and start their business and doing stuff on with YouTube and try all the little stuff they do on the side for their business. I don't really believe that they know that with their actual social security number, they're already doing business and they can do write off a lot of that stuff that they're doing already. Tell me so.
You're absolutely right. Even before they form a business entity, if they're making money on the side, they're technically sole proprietors. That means their social security number is tied to that income. And yes, they can often deduct certain expenses. It's not just an EIN game. So side hustlers, take note. Those deductions might be ready and waiting.
Wow. So I don't know if you can go this deep for me, Moesha, but say I've been thinking about starting a business for 10 years, but I've been just spending money once a year here and there, but I've never really just made a lot of money, but I've been spending money out of my check every other month or every 3 months to try to get this business off the ground. And it's just a struggle for me. Don't I supposed to be writing those things off because even though I never was successful?
It can be tricky, but yes, if you have a genuine intention to make a profit, even if you haven't turned a big one yet, those startup expenses might still count. The IRS looks at whether you're actively trying to build a business. So even if it's slow, document those costs, because once you officially start earning, those early efforts may be deductible. Just be consistent in your attempts.
Thank you. And I apologize for my unprofessional.
No need to apologize at all. We're just having a conversation. I'm here to help, and we're all good.
Thank you,
If you've
Moise.
got more-
Had to cut her off. They get to talking. Listen, I told you from the beginning, it's the intent. The intent. I already read that, so I already knew what was up. Okay? I already knew what was up. So I need you to understand the intent matters. Y'all just going around thinking that all these tax preparers know what they're talking about, and they don't even have a business themselves. That's their profession. So that's their side hustle every tax season to make some money. They don't really do that for real in real life. Okay. So a lot of tax preparers just do that 3, 4, 5 months out of the year. They don't do that in real life. They got another 9 to 5 job. Okay. Continuing. All right. Insurance, health, consultation, coaching, supplements, everything, gym membership, all of that, write off. What? Yes. Okay. Travel expenses, flights, hotels, meals, transportation. It's how you write it. It's crazy, huh? I don't care if you transportation. I mean, come on, man. I ain't telling you to lie, but I'm actually literally trying to let you know that your social security number, you've been lied to for already. So, I mean, you know, it's up to you if you're gonna be totally 100% honest. But I'm just saying, they've been playing the trick on you since you came up out of here. Business meals, you can get deductions on business meals, meeting clients, networking, discussing business, just talking about business. That's a write-off. I mean, because I write all things off because it's a refund for me. Let me tell you something. Kareem does not claim the kids. So you could claim, someone can claim head of household and someone can claim single. But a tax preparer will tell you, no, you can't do that, okay, if you're married. But you just got to know what you're doing. Or you could claim married, but filing separately. Okay. It's a strategy with making sure that both parties that you're married to don't have each other's name on the same paperwork, so you can save yourself from distress and debt when the banks get you in a cross, just in case something happened. And one of y'all been married for 10, 15, 20 years. And all of a sudden you fall on bad times because of health issues or financial deficit, or something happened to some family members in an emergency, or they just let you go and now you can't get hired nowhere. And all of a sudden you're losing your home and you're about to get embarrassed around everybody and loved ones. You're about to feel like your gut is punched inside and your chest is getting tight because you have an anxiety of your dream and you're about to lose your dream home. Wouldn't it be perfect if both parties not married, and you can literally just, the other one go buy another house? That's a strategy that business people know. That's the strategy that savvy individuals don't really tie our names together because we married and all types of debt. We together, we fight. I mean, but we got to make sure that the powers that be don't have everything. That's why sometimes when you get married, you got to be careful where you get married or who marries you, because when they take that marriage certificate and they turn it in, it don't really matter. You could keep it or not turn it in, but they always asking you, almost like the census that come around every so many years. They want to know what's going on in your life so they can tax you accordingly. And they love taxing people that's together. Nugget. Okay, especially the banks. Are you married? Does she? What's her address? Would you like her on the bank? Okay, would you like them on the address? I mean, you could put them on the bank statements and everything. It's who you put on there and how you put them on there. One thing I love about the Matrix. Let me give you a bona fide heavy nugget. One thing I like about the Matrix, for some reason, they don't like talking to each other. Social Security Department don't talk to the banks. Wells Fargo don't talk to Chase. This dealership don't talk to this dealership. This mortgage company don't talk to this mortgage company. Nobody really, this entity, they don't talk to each other. They don't really care. They don't want you to be looking into their business of what they're doing right or wrong. Most of the time, they threading the line doing things wrong, okay? But they will snitch on you. If somebody says and blows the whistle that something bad happened, then they're going to look through the receipts and and make sure everything was dotted, the I's were dotted and the T's were crossed, to make sure they have their stuff in order so they can get you caught up. Okay, so they can make sure, hey, look, we didn't do nothing wrong. But you get state taxes and federal taxes. You get a federal return and a state return. It's a trip when you move from one state. Thank you. You move from one state and now you're living in another state. They want to know, did you file your taxes in that state? I remember one time I moved from California to Arizona. This tax preparer, you know who you are if you're listening to me, forgot to put down state of California. I'm like, all right, yeah, we good. This is when I didn't know much. I'm just ignorant. I'm happy that I'm getting a return. I'm kind of mad that the individual that I know, he got about 7, 8 kids. And I'm like, man, can I claim a couple? And I was about to claim a couple of his kids just to get myself a fatter return because I didn't know nothing about business and write-offs and nothing like that. And then all of a sudden, he was like, when he let me know I want $1,000 per child. Wait, you already have too many. You can't claim no more than 3. So you selling? Damn. I said, I'm your people though. You charging me? I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm not giving you nothing. And then at that time, Kareem understood 1099 A's, B's, and C's. I understand 1099 OIDs. And at that time, they wasn't really pressing you and messing with people that knew how to do this because I was reading IRS so much. I started putting all my debt on 1099 A's, B's, and C's and a 1099 OID. And I found a tax lady that said, I'll submit this for you. And that time, that individual didn't let me claim 2 of their kids. Yeah, people do it all the time. Don't act like you don't. Don't act like I'm bad. Like you ain't never tried to do that. I was out there in the streets. You're trying to every year. This is the golden time, man. Around that January to April, everybody trying to get it back. I remember holding off, and they didn't give me nothing. But because I put everything on them 1099 OIDs, when them A's, B's, and C's was working and all that, I ended up getting $44,000 and some change, a check from IRS, a fat one too, by just adding debt to my personal tax return. That's when I didn't even know what I was doing. And then when I tried to do it again and again, they was cracking down on individuals using 1099 OIDs and A's, B's, and C's. I probably could have stuck with it and found a different way of doing it, but I started running my mouth like I'm doing now, telling everybody. Maybe they caught up with me, but definitely IRS hollered at me and like, hey, you do it for you. Stop talking. Stop running your mouth. I'm like, damn, I can't tell people. So anyway, moving on. Business bank account and credit. Separate your money from your personal and your business. And if you don't have an actual business account, newsflash, it don't matter. It don't matter. It don't. Anyways, then open up a business credit card, open up a business expense, open up a business credit card, open up this business that you can use an EI number, but not a social security number, but it don't matter. You just, here's a nugget for you. Major nugget for you. An LLC, an actual sole proprietary, especially a corporation. It's like you got married. You could co-sign for your business, LLC. You could co-sign for business credit, which is sole proprietary. You could co-sign for business. I mean, they call it not co. I call it co-sign, but it's called I forgot the name. Somebody put it in the comments when you go and apply for credit for your business. If you got sitting on 700 plus credit score, you can go and get yourself, I forgot the name, and they won't even, you got to make sure the person that's doing it, make sure they don't put your name on your personal, and they just do it for business. If you want to skip the step of trying to build business with your LLC and your business, you can just add it. Yeah, personal, there it is. Thank you, Twist. Personal guarantee. You can personal guarantee your business. One thing about a business, A business is like, if you a man, having a business is like having a wife on steroids. You just got to know how to work it. If you are a female and you single, having a business, the LLC, is like having a husband, like 2 or 3 of them. It's crazy. It's crazy. It is what it is. It's like having multiple kids, because that is like deductions. So this is what Kareem does. When I didn't know nothing, I'm like, you claiming all the kids, babe? Okay, so what am I gonna get? She's like, I don't know. I don't know how you gonna not owe no money, because you made a lot of money with your businesses and you made money with your what is it called? I'm gonna have to end this soon. It's coming up on an hour. You made money with your businesses and you made. I'm like, you know what? This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get with the tax preparer, and if they don't know what they're doing, I'm gonna go and do it myself and go somewhere else. So what I did was, I'm like, excuse me, you know that I owe and I'm filing by myself. Yes, I don't have no mortgage because I control everything, but I don't own nothing. I don't own anything in my name, no cars. I don't own no mortgage, no real estate. I just get a bag. Every year I get hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars a year, sometimes M's, but I don't own nothing. So we gonna get it in, okay? She said, I got you. Okay, so since I don't got no deductions, I do run businesses. She said, all right. I said, let's start with the sole proprietary, and if you need anything else, I got it. Okay. By the time I was just using my sole proprietary or my social security number at that time, I just wrote down everything that I did business-wise. I said, and everything I taught. I said, now, do you need anything else? No, you got plenty. We don't need nothing else. All right. Now, now you did make too much money with your business. Oh, I did? Well, I have this nonprofit. You do? Well, we'll actually make sure we shift things here and shift things there legally so the business can have some deduction. Thank you. All right. This is all legal from a tax preparer. Okay. Is there anything else that I might have messed up here and you can tell me in the future what I need to do? I said, I have a family that takes care of me when it comes to tax deductibles, just in case you can't help me. I'll go read it and research it for myself and do it. Oh, like what? Oh, I have my social security number that I get tax deductibles from because I got a side hustle business all the time. I have my sole proprietary with my government name. I just double down. Well, that's the same thing. No, it ain't. But that's fine. I got that one too. All right. I have myself a couple LLCs. Just let me know which one you want. All right. I got that one. I got me a C corporation. This is Foresight of Life, by the way. And I got another C corporation. It's like investments and whatnot. I got a couple of those. Okay. And it's a C corporation, 100% separate from me. All right. And I also have myself a nonprofit. All right. To make sure that I can shift money here and there when I want to, because a nonprofit can give it any amount to any entity and can receive any amount from entity. And I got that last one, which is a trust that can protect assets when I need to. If I want to put everything in a trust and actually rent it out and myself to other individuals and stay away from the bank and massa, I can do that completely too and make my own contracts from the actual trust, So what you need? Well, I'll just use the C corporation, but you're gonna have to pay me a couple thousand for that because they're kind of hard to do. No problem. And I'll use your sole proprietary for your personal, and I'll use your nonprofit. Cool. You want to use those 3? Yeah, I'm good. I don't need no more than that. That's why I keep an arsenal of every one of them dudes. And you ain't got to keep them active. You just file it, get it going. A trust is so easy to form. If you're trying to do some real damage with it, you can actually start doing whole life insurance and stuff with it and stuff like that. But just create one. You can just create yourself a revocable or a non-revocable trust, and you ain't got to file it nowhere. It can go right there in your bedroom and your closet. Go get it notarized and it's over. You ain't even got to get it notarized if you don't want to. You can get 2 witnesses, someone that you love close to you, they sign it and it's a wrap. You just need 3 elements of a trust. You need an actual trustor, you need a trustee, and you need beneficiary. Beneficiaries could be your kids. The trustee could be you. You can add another protector to that, a protector to that trustee if you want to. And the actual trustor is the one that, or grantor, that name is the one that bequeathed it to you. That could be your mama. Okay, so this stuff is not hard. I've been doing this for like 15 plus years ago. So Kareem ain't just no herbologist, natural healer. Okay, I'm a business savvy person out here living among these damn wolves and hyenas and lions that try to take full advantage of you. And they think I'm a goddamn sheep. So while you living here among the colonizer, you need to know how to work it for you. A lot of y'all don't know that, if you had yourself a small budget of something like, small in your life, most people in their lifetime, the government, the colonizer knows in your lifetime of your 40 to 50 years working at a 9-to-5 job, he knows that you get your taxes every single year. Every single year you file for it. You're going to be savvy or you just going to do the mundane thing. But he knows that you're going to clear about $1.2 to $2 million in your lifetime. All you need is to save like a little frog $50,000. Hell, you can save $25,000. You got yourself $25,000. Let me give you some nuggets of what these day traders be doing. They want to tell you how much money they're making, but they ain't telling how much they manage their risk is. They already crossed over, and you are trying to deal with a couple thousand. You might be trying to deal with a couple hundred. You might be trying to deal with about a nickel, 5,000. But here's the magic. Let me share this with you before we get up out of here, because I didn't drop enough nuggets right here. Let me see. If you got yourself $25,000 times 0.3%. Well, the reason why I said 0.3%, because that's a third of 1%, just in case you didn't know. That's 1/3 of 1%. It's like 30% of 1%. Not of a full 2, 5%, 10% of what is called $25,000 is $2,500. We're just talking about a third of 1%. 1/3. 30% and some change. That's $75 if you got $25,000. If you took the time to learn how to day trade. This is just a nugget. I ain't telling you to do it. I wanted to let you know that there is 1,000 things people do out here just to make it. And this is just one of thousands. That's $75. So if you risk $75 in the day trading world, we'll just use NASDAQ as an example. That's like 3 minis or a bunch of micros, but it's like almost 3 to 4 minis, but we'll just put 4. That's $80 times something like 10 points or 15 points. Let's do the low. 15 points is like 40 ticks in day trading. Only day traders know this, okay? So you times that by 10 points, that's $800. If you had $25,000 in a stock or in an actual day trade live account with TraderVate or Weibo or these other ones out there, Ninja Trade. If you had $25,000 and you took the time to learn 3, 4, 5, 6 months to a year how to do this, how to scalp or trade, and you knew how to just get 10 points of 600 to 1,000 points that move every day is billions of dollars, hundreds of billions of dollars, and you just steal about $800 from the bank that day. That's one trade. Ask me how I know. That's once a day you did that. You times that by, I don't know, 3 times a week. You don't even do it 5 days a week. You don't even do 4 or 5 trades a day. You just get one trade done. 3 times a week. You times that by 3, that's $2,400, $2,400 in your pocket a week. Just 3 times, just 3 trades. It's people doing 3 and 5 trades a day, but you just did it 3 times a week. That's $2,400 times 4. That's $9,600 in your pocket every single month. That's some real math for you. But these individuals ain't telling you that all the money that they make online, they really have a large account. And they took their time to work like a squirrel, a worker bee, and they learn and they learn and they learn because they knew working at a 9 to 5, if they take 6 months to a year, hell, if they take 2-3 years to learn what they're doing, it's a lot quicker than 47 years. You ain't gonna make that at no 9 to 5 working at somebody else's company. They gonna cap you at around $35,000 to $47,000 if you're not Asian, white, or Hispanic. Yeah, they caps you, us African Americans, below $60,000 a year. That's high if you at 60 grand a year. You special if you making over 75, 90,000 a year. You special. That's for real. So if you making that, go on and stay there. If you already got yourself a good 20 plus years in, go on and finish it out. But I'm telling you, what you gonna do when you're done? Because you still got to survive out here. Okay, so I wanted to make sure I gave you some nuggets to help you understand why you living in this raggedy matrix right here, and you struggling, you stressing. You don't have to struggle and stress if you just take the time to read. And you queens out there, you guys like to read. You guys love to educate the males, you know, because us males, we are actually an XY and you are XX. It's the reason why you are XX. It's a reason why we are XY coming from a queen. Part of that you don't understand. Talking about you equal how. Unfortunately, I understand that genetics and DNA and the mitochondria. So I'm not going to sit up here and argue with individuals that don't know how to get from A to C or A to F. You can't get to A to F. How you going to talk about something as deep as that? On that note, y'all have yourself a good rest of the evening. I just wanted to drop some gems on you. And, you know, I hope you enjoy the Super Bowl with these trash teams that's going to be playing that nobody like. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy yourself and have fun with family members and loved ones. And do you. On that note, we going to play something about these queens. Yeah.
Hands down, the black woman is the most beautiful species on the face of the planet Earth. There ain't nothing on earth better than a black woman. From the beginning, yeah, God gave you to me, but I took you for granted, ignoring all the pain I put you through. I could never tell you how much I appreciate what you do. Oh, you're so incredible, lady. Never unforgettable, baby. Everything you do is colorful. Everything you do is colorful. Your resilience is so spiritual. You're resilient and you're spiritual. Your love is unconditional. And I know they could never ever duplicate. Magnificent, the greatest gift ever created. You're my listen. You're my strong black woman, but you're more than a woman. You're the real one I'm breathing. You give life to the season. You're my strong black woman, but you're more than a woman. You're Mother Earth for a reason. You give life to the season. And I know sometimes it gets difficult when I don't understand. I judge you cause you're why you mad. Just because you're strong, that don't mean I leave you out your own.
Why would I leave you out here alone with this clown?
You were made to be my queen, so come take your throne. Your resilience is so spiritual. Your love is unconditional.
I know.
They can never ever duplicate it. Magnificently validated. The greatest gift ever created. You're my strong black woman.
Y'all take care.
But you're more than a woman. You're the real while I'm breathing. Hey, you give life to the seasons. You're my strong black woman.